Hello everybody and welcome to the Daytona International Speedway for the 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series Wawa 250 and the third to last race of the regular season. To no one's surprise, RCR on the front row, Austin Hill and Jesse Love as we are green and underway here in the world's center of racing. Who will go to victory lane here tonight in Daytona as we wind down the races in this regular season before the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs begin. Of course, the NASCAR Xfinity Series becoming the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series as of next season, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. But it's Austin Hill out to the early lead here at Daytona, doing what he does best, and that is leading at drafting-style racetracks, leading the field here over his teammate Jesse Love in the 11 of Justin Haley for Team Colleague, having a great run so far. Right behind them, you got Christian Eckes and Sheldon Creed. Not Christian Eckes, sorry, Jeb Burton and Sheldon Creed trying to work their way up here, but Austin Hill looks to be in position to lead this opening lap here in this crucial late regular season race here at Daytona. Of course, everyone looking towards tomorrow, the NASCAR Cup Series regular season finale, going to be a huge one there. But so far, you're going to focus on Xfinity action here today. Austin Hill leads the opening lap of racing here at Daytona over Jesse Love and Justin Haley. Now on lap 2, Hill still in complete control, but here comes the 11 of Justin Haley with a run down the back straightaway. He's got a push from Sheldon Creed, and Justin Haley going to be taking the lead in that number 11 Colleague Chevrolet as he will get by Austin Hill here. A big push from the 00 of Sheldon Creed will help him get into the lead here, trying to get that 11 car into victory lane and into the owners playoffs, of course. So it's Haley now leading over Hill and Creed, but don't count Sheldon Creed. Here comes Creed to the inside down the tri-oval, and now Sheldon Creed helping the 25 of Harrison Burton, who's in a must-win situation to make the playoffs, making a move now, trying to push him forwards. Nick Sanchez right there behind them. Connor Zilich, what an absolute hero he has been, coming back from injury, racing at Daytona just 2 weeks after breaking his collarbone after that scary fall at Watkins Glen. So tough guy award there to Zilich. Now here comes the 25 of Harrison Burton going for the race lead. He will go to the inside of Sheldon Creed, and now Harrison Burton will be taking the lead here at Daytona, trying to win his way into the playoffs for the first time here in 2025. And now behind him, a few laps later, Burton is living. Now here comes the Junior Motorsports Brigade. Connor Zilich getting a shove from his teammate Carson Quaffle. To the lead goes the rookie of Connor Zilich, trying to get back-to-back race victories, which would be quite an incredible feat after the injury he suffered a week ago. Now here he is at the front of the field, racing Harrison Burton, help from his teammate Quaffle, who's trying to clinch his way into the playoffs on points here tonight, which he certainly can do. Ryan Sieg right there behind them, but it is Zilich and Harrison Burton battling for the race lead. Some great racing early here in Daytona. No surprise at all. Now here comes 3 wide to the inside. Here comes Quaffle. He'll leave his teammate Zilich to the middle, and now Quaffle wants the race lead. Getting a big push from the 39 of Ryan Sieg, who also has to win to make the playoffs. Daniel Dye, Brendan Poole behind them, but look at this. We are 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, about 12 rows deep in this pack, and now Ryan Sieg gonna force a 4 wide into turn 3. They're putting it all on the line right now. Ryan Sieg, extra aggressive, playoffs on the line, 4 wide pass for the lead. What a move by Ryan Sieg. He makes it work, and he is now leading at Daytona with that incredible 4 wide pass on the bottom. How about that? Now a few laps later, Sieg has been shuffled out. Now it's a 44 of Brendan Poole leading the 32 of Raja Caruth. How about Raja? Only his second Xfinity start of the year, up here battling for the race lead here in Daytona. Looks like Brendan Poole in the 44 might prevail in this battle. Of course, Alpha Prime Racing, the defending Daytona race winners to start the season. Cesar Baccarella picked up that big dub, and now on lap 20, here comes Taylor Gray in the 54 to the inside. Gray to the lead. He will get by Brendan Poole, and now he will try to establish himself in a great spot to get some stage points here and maybe even a stage win here late in stage 1. 10 to go in stage 1. Gray leads now here to his inside. Here comes the 11 of Justin Haley 2 laps later. So now Justin Haley looking to lead back on lap 22, but don't count Ryan Sieg. Once again, 3 wide to the bottom. Once again, Ryan Sieg making aggressive moves work here at Daytona. He's got a big push from Dean Thompson, and Sieg is going to the point here in Daytona. He is now back in the lead once again, trying to win his way into the playoffs. Now, a few laps later, the pack has really been shuffled up here. 6 to go on the stage. It is Rasha Caruth and Cesar Baccarella in that 5 car, of course, purchasing the owner's points and the charter from Our Motorsports. Of course, had that car with Chris Wright. Very disappointing season. Baccarella now in that machine, but it's Caruth taking the lead in just the second start of the season. I feel upset. It's Connor Zilich battling Anthony Alfredo, another driver in a must-win situation here at Daytona for the race lead. How about the 28? Here comes Kyle Sieg. We've been talking about Ryan Sieg all night. Here comes Kyle to the inside of Alfredo for the lead. He's got help from Eric Almirola and Jesse Love, who's back to the front, but it's Kyle Sieg leading the pack here at Daytona with that pass. But how How long will it hold as he goes right to the top to block Alfredo? And now a big run to the inside from the 19. Here comes Eric Almirola, the veteran, making his move to the front, but he opens the door to the bottom. Jesse Love sticks it in there. Now we're 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Jesse Love at Daytona, trying to get a big stage win here and ensure RCR remains the dominant force at the super speedways like they always are. And now Jesse Love takes the lead with just 2 laps remaining in stage 1 here at Daytona, as he will get by Eric Almirola and he'll have Blaine Perkins behind him. Now here we are on the final lap of the stage. Jesse Love still in complete control, getting shoved away from the pack by the 8 of Sammy Smith, who's just trying to earn some points to ensure his playoff position here these last couple weeks of the regular season. Of course, in Portland next week, and then Gateway, and then we will start the playoffs at Bristol in 3 weeks' time. But it looks like it's going to be all Jesse Love here for stage 1. Sammy Smith just stays behind him to the end. Behind them, the 45 of Josh Williams. But it is Jesse Love who will win stage 1 here at Daytona over Sammy Smith, Josh Williams, Brandon Jones, and Joey Gase, the top 5. Then Nick Sanchez, Mason Maggio, Sam Mayer, Blaine Perkins, and Harrison Burton will earn the final stage points. So Brandon Jones cuts his gap to William Sawalich down from 20 to 13 points, down from 20 to 13 going to stage 2, but Jesse Love gets the playoff point, winning stage 1 rather, here at Daytona. On to stage number 2 now. Love had the lead for a few laps, so here comes Eric Almirola once again, the 19, getting after it here at Daytona, trying to get control of this race. Of course, Almirola, a very hungry driver, just trying to get some wins here late in his career, have some fun in the Xfinity Series. That's what he's been doing, is now he's going to take the lead back from Jesse Love by a hair into turn 3. He's got some help from Jeb Burton, the 27, another driver. Jeb Burton can realistically point his way in, but he's going to need a lot of help to make that happen. It's more realistic that he's going to have to win a race, and obviously Daytona here is his best opportunity. 3 and 4 wide further back, but it's Jeb Burton and Almirola battling for the race lead here at Daytona on lap 40 as we work our way through stage number 2. Can Jeb Burton find a way to win his way in the playoffs? We will see. He powers by Eric Almirola. Help from the 11 of Justin Haley right there behind him. Christian Eckes' colleague teaming out on field ups there. Jeb Burton on the outside. 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Cesar Baccarella in the 5. The defending Daytona winner wants to repeat and get the broom out to sweep the season here. Baccarella to the lead here at Daytona. A big shove from Carson Quaffle, who's been very, very fast all night long, shoving cars to the front. And here he is once again pushing Baccarella to the point of field. There's a huge crash. Williams Sawalich involved. Big playoff implications. Brendan Poole, Natalie Decker, Brandon Jones, our 2 bubble drivers go crashing hard here at Daytona. And look at the 44 absolutely drilled, vicious impact. Natalie Decker into the driver's side door of Brendan Poole. Ryan Ellis comes up and absolutely destroys Brandon Jones. Sorry I missed the start, but a massive collision. I mean, a horrible, horrible hit right there from Natalie Decker into the door of Brendan Poole. Vicious impact, and our 2 bubble drivers, Brandon Jones and William Sawalich, are out of this race. Big playoff implications right there. Quaffle is leading at the caution, and he and Cram will bring us back to the green flag, as Natalie Decker will end up finishing in last position, unfortunately, in her season debut. William Sawalich down in 37th, Ryan Ellis 36th, Brendan Poole, who led a good amount of laps early in stage 1, 35th, and Brandon Jones 34th. That leaves 33 cars in the race. Carson Quaffle taking the lead here from Logan Bearden. Now field up there, Nick Sanchez, the 48 to the inside, take the lead, trying to get, of course, another Super Speedway win. In real life, Sanchez won at Echo Park Speedway a few weeks ago, and in our simulations, won at Talladega back in May. But it's the 21 of Austin Hill, the Super Speedway god in Xfinity himself. Austin Hill takes the lead once again. No surprise here at Daytona. Big shove from the 41 of Sam Mayer, gets into that position. Now it's going to be Austin Hill battling Eric Almirola for the lead. Of course, these two, a little bit of history going back to Indianapolis a couple of races ago. Austin Hill completely right-hooking Eric Almirola and rightfully being suspended for that. So, Almirola just trying to be careful as he goes by the 21 Austin Hill for the race. Look at behind him. Here comes the 0-7 Patrick. 4 wide line, a massive crash upside down. There goes Dean Thompson in the 26. Jesse Love is in it. Connor Zilic involved. And a huge pileup at exit of turn 2 at Daytona. Dean Thompson wedged into the wall upside down on his roof. Hard impact for Jesse Love. Collects Parker Retzloff. Connor Zilic in the 88. More cars collect damage, including Cesar Baccarella. Taylor Gray gets a piece of it. Daniel Dye smacks the wall pretty hard. A vicious crash. And that'll put an end to a lot of good cars races, and that will likely end Connor Zilich's hopes to win the regular season title. Jesse Love, stage 1 winner, now going to be out of this race as Eric Almirola leading over Patrick Emmerling. This caution is going to end stage 2, so it's a race back to the line. Who's going to win this stage? Is it going to be Almirola or is it going to be Patrick Emmerling? And then 0-7 as they go through the trioval for the final time here in stage 2. Eric Almirola wins stage 2 by a nose over Patrick Emmerling, Austin Hill, Jeremy Clements, and Carson Quaffle, the top 5. Sheldon Creed, Josh Williams, Ryan Sieg, Joey Gase, and Jeb Burton, the top 10, as we head to the third and final stage of racing here from Daytona. There's Almirola versus Emmerling for the lead here at Daytona, trying to get in position to win the race as we make our way through these final 34 laps here at Daytona. Of course, Retzloff, Dean Thompson, Zilich, Love, all out of this race, as is the 5 of Baccarella. Daniel Dye pretty significantly damaged and off the pace, but it's Eric Almirola who's going to be taking the lead here on this restart thanks to a push from Austin Hill as he clears the 07 machine of Patrick Emmerling. So Eric Almirola leading this race, 28 cars left running. Now on the lap, a few laps later, Carson Quaffle gets the lead once again in that number 1 Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. He will power by Eric Almirola. Don't count out the 45 of Josh Williams. Now we'll look out for the 10 of Daniel Dye's slow lap car. Sanchez gets the lead, but Dye is going to stack up an entire line of cars. Now really shake these up. Now they catch Daniel Dye once again here, now with 18 laps to go. Almirola now the leader, as Daniel Dye with his damage continuing to affect this race. I mean, why is he trying to block Patrick Emmerling like that down the back stretch? He's a lap car, should be getting out of the way. And now a caution comes out for debris off of Daniel Dye's race car. So we have a restart here with just 9 laps remaining here at Daytona. Harrison Burton, must-win scenario to make the playoffs on the front row alongside the veteran Eric Almirola, who's been so strong all night long. Right there behind him, Justin Haley, Nick Sanchez, Christian Eckes, just here to win the race and add playoff points. Behind them, Joey Gase, Austin Hill, Jeremy Clemens, and Jeb Burton. But it's the 19 of Eric Almirola who surges into the race lead here at Daytona with just 9 laps remaining. Can he finally get a Daytona win for Eric Almirola? We are going to find out winding down this race. As he was clear over Nick Sanchez, Harrison Burton looks to drive away now. Just 4 laps to go. Here comes the 48 and Nick Sanchez to the inside of Almirola for the lead. Can Sanchez get his 3rd win of the season and 2nd on a super speedway? As he is powering by the 19, Jeb Burton deciding to push Eric Almirola. Can Sanchez get enough run behind them? A lot of cars have some good momentum. Leland Honeyman in the 70, Austin Hill in the 21 still in the conversation. Can never count him out, but here comes Nick Sanchez to the inside of Eric Almirola, coming to just 3 laps to go here in Daytona this time by. Here comes Leland Honeyman, the 70 to the inside. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead here in Daytona. Leland Honeyman, Nick Sanchez, and Eric Almirola. Everyone putting it all on the line here at Daytona. Who is going to prevail in this 3 wide battle for the lead and for the win? Almirola on the outside, Sanchez in the middle, Honeyman down low, and it's going to be the 70 Leland Honeyman taking the lead in the middle of turn 2 on exit. Honeyman is all clear with just 3 to go, and now a lap and a half to go, and they are catching Daniel Dye for the final time. Going to play a factor, huge checkup. Here comes the 53 Joey Gase charging his way into position to steal the win, as Honeyman and Austin Hill have been absolutely screwed by Daniel Dye. And now Nick Sanchez, a one-man army on the outside lane, trying to beat the inside, led by Joey Gase, Patrick Emmerling, and Logan Bearden. White flag in the air, final lap, presented by Credit One Bank here from Daytona. Going to be possibly a massive upset if Gase, Emmerling, or Bearden can pull this off. Don't count out Sheldon Creed back in 5th, now making a move for 4th as the 53 Joey Gase, so close at Talladega multiple times in our previous simulations, now leading the way at Talladega on the final lap as they go down the back straight for the final time. He goes high. Now here comes the 07 Patrick Emmerling with a shot to get his first ever win. A huge push from Creed and Carruth. Here goes Patrick Emmerling. He will surge into the race lead here in turn 4 for the final time. Can he hold on in the race back to the line? He is clear. Joey Gase. It's going to be a battle between Emmerling and Sheldon Creed to the line. Creed trying to make one last ditch effort, but to the line, and Patrick Emmerling wins at Daytona What an upset. The 07 is in victory lane. Sheldon Creed is second again. Raja Caruth, Joey Gase, Sam Mayer the top 5. And that is the first win for SS Greenlight Racing in their history as an organization. And it comes here at the World Center of Racing with Patrick Emmerling pulling off the massive upset here at Daytona. Unbelievable. Here are your final race results. Emmerling the winner, and another second at Daytona for Sheldon Creed. Man, this guy can't catch a break. Raja Caruth, a tremendous run in third. Joey Gase, oh so close to victory in fourth. Great top 5 from Mayer. Sanchez, 6th. How about a 7th place and for Logan Bearden? Mason Maggio, top 10 effort in 8th. And Allgaier, and of course, Honeyman had that strong run. Comes up P10. Austin Hill, the fastest lap of the race, comes home in 11th. Just didn't quite have it there thanks to Daniel Dye at the end. They see right now, let's finish out the rest of it. Almirola dropped all the way to 22nd in the final couple laps. And obviously, Baccarello, Love, Zilich, Jones, and Sawalich all crashing out of this one from the big pile-ups here. Now we look at the ramifications of that in the playoff grid. Emmerling, of course, part-time driver, not eligible for the playoffs, so we remain at the 3 positions on points with 2 races to go. Quaffle should be able to clinch next week in Portland. Sammy Smith looks really good at plus 70. Sawalich, his bubble just cut down to just 11 points over Brandon Jones heading into Portland. Jeb Burton and everyone else below him virtually in a must-win situation at 91 and 97 below that cut line. Harrison burned out by 100, Dye 108. And then you're going to have Retzloff, Alfredo, Dean Thompson, and confirmed must-win situations as well. So see if anyone can pull it off at Portland and Gateway the next 2 weeks as we conclude our Xfinity Series regular season. But how about Patrick Emmerling? Congrats to him on the huge upset win. And as we end this episode, as always, I'm going to give a shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much to JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley. Really appreciate your guys' support. It means a ton to me. Helps this channel and I continue to grow, produce some awesome content. Now pushing towards 2,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you are watching or not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds. I really, really appreciate it. If you want to get your shout out here with other perks at the end of the video and become a paid channel member, link is in the description down below. And until next week from Portland, Oregon, I hope you all have a good one.